Hello folks, this is Quinlaenar with another Let's Play. I know it's been a long time, but I thought this time we would try playing Antichamber, a game that admittedly I have beaten before, so it's not quite like my Mirror's Edge play, but I really enjoyed this game and I thought that I'd bring it to you guys. So we start off seeing this. So this is an interesting game in that there's no pausing. Hitting escape just brings you back to this chamber. So we can see the exit here, but there's glass blocking our way. All of your settings are here, and this is the map. We start off with Leap of Faith. So right off the bat, it tells us what we need to do. We just need to jump and okay, well we can't seem to jump far enough. Failing to succeed does not mean failing to progress. Okay, so we will wander through here for a little while. Wonder what that means. Huh. So we come across this area where, you have a red path and a blue path. So I think I'm going to take the blue path. And then the game's trippiness kind of comes into play. Okay, well the blue path takes me back here, so let's take the red path. We're going down this time. And this is one of the more confusing games that I have ever played. Yes, sorry. So, as you can see, it doesn't matter which path you go down, or if I take the same one multiple times, it still brings me back here. No matter what I do, it doesn't seem to have much impact on where I end up. But the game also is unique in that it changes constantly. Well, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can navigate fairly easily, but say, I go through here, if I turn around, it's not the same as when I left it. Things often change when you're not looking at them, as it says here. So, then I encounter a lovely little spiral. And if you don't like where you've ended up, try doing something else. So as you can see, I wound up in a little dead end here. But now you can see it's telling me I can walk. And that'll have ground appearing underneath me. So this game, what you do at each intersection changes greatly what you encounter. For instance, there, you could just look here, see there's a wall, and go the other way, or you can choose to go through the wall. And then you encounter here, where we don't have the means to get through here yet, but if we try jumping down, you can see. And again, here, these blocks are blocking my path, and I don't have the means to get through here yet, so we'll have to go this way, find out what's over here. Path of least resistance is a valid option. Oh. So here we find interesting things like more things that we can't quite do anything with just yet. And with things that appear underneath your feet in this game, you'll learn later, if you jump, they disappear. So, let's just go with what it said and take the path of least resistance. Some paths are straightforward. Ooh. See? Straightforward. Oh, I do enjoy this game's trippiness. You see? Turn around. What was behind you before isn't always going to still be there. Oh. And we've been here before, so why don't we go back to... Well, why don't we go back to Leap of Faith? So if we walk this way, Oh god! Yeah, I'd say so. So as we can see, there's nothing really that I can do here. Can see some blocks over there, but we don't know what to do with that yet. But I can... Oh, and I'm back here again. So then what we figure out we have to do is if we hold down shift to walk slowly, those don't go crazy and break away the wall, revealing the other lasers. If we hit this laser, it opens that door. All the other lasers close the door. So if we go this way, we encounter this again. Well, poop. And here, if we walk here instead of jumping, we encounter a wall, but if we jump at just the right moment, we can get across without bumping into the wall. And this area is just really cool for these kinds of things. 1 + 1 = window. We've got Pong going on in here. And just general trippiness. Yeah, I enjoy walking through here and just looking at these things. It's pretty cool. Although that's a little weird. Oh, one of my favorites. Just cool looking. Ah. Nice to meet you, sir. I hope this isn't boring. I just think looking at all these things are cool. Oh. Well, you are certainly awesome, aren't you? How is that? I want to shrink down and explore it, but you don't get to. Large Hadron Collider? I don't even know what that is, but I like it. I like it when they sync up. Like that. And then we find what was here. Path. No path. Path. You notice that you don't see things. You didn't see things as before. No. All 4 of them are the same. Well, let's try going to purple. Okay. But then if we go into green, then we could go that way, or we could go towards more green. Oh, look at that. If you never stop trying, you'll get there eventually. Is it just me, or does this loop seem like it's far larger than it should be? Wait, what? Oh, wait. Hey. But... And as you see, every now and then the game likes giving you hints, but I like ignoring those hints. So here we find another type of door. These are the eyeballs, which you have to stare at for a certain length of time before they disappear. And then we run into more of these. Anytime you see these and they're destroying something in your path, if you hold down shift to walk slowly, then you can get past without them doing their thing. but it's looking like I encountered this a bit earlier than I was meant to. So, let's drop down here, see what's going on. Oh. Huh. Okay. Oh. I didn't even mean to do that yet. Well, you'll notice that when you look at this door, it closes. So, when you back away from it, that'll shut. And this is also a means to introduce you to something that gets more properly introduced later, where when you see a little porthole looking thing like this, if you back away from it, keeping your mouse trained on it, then that usually gets you better results. So now we run into a room here with an interesting looking window. Well, here, let's look at it. Oh. Well, before we explore, let's go through a couple of the other windows too. So red is the room we were in. We've seen blue. Why don't we examine green? Where does green take us? Well, here's a room that, again, we don't have the means to get through yet. And a room that we don't have the means to get through yet, so green was a waste of time. So let's go back into... Ooh, purple? Now, here's one thing in this game that I don't understand. The little pink blocks rolling around. I've run into them in 2 or 3 different places and never understood what they're for yet. Oh wait, green wasn't right. It was blue, and then red. Whoops, no, it's just blue. Here we are. Okay. So you see that room over there with the spinning blue thing? That's where we're trying to get right now. So you'll notice that, you know, we're going through this dark tunnel, and each section of the tunnel has one of these. But for this part we don't need them, because we have the lit up areas. But then we get to here, and the lights disappear. But the portholes stay lit up, so all we have to do is keep backing up facing the portholes, and we will come across an area that we recognize from earlier. Now this doesn't help us, except that now there's a handy little arrow here. So if we back up like this, oh, all of a sudden we come into daylight. Venturing into the unknown can lead to great rewards. So again, we're faced with this room and no knowledge of how to get in there yet. Oh, now that's closed behind us, so we're forced to go forward. And wait, what's this? We're already at the exit. That was fast. Short game, but oh. Oh no. Oh, now I'm sad. Well, I guess we'll just have to keep pushing forward. Okay, well, another room like this. I mean, we know what to do here now, so we move through here and teleport over that way. Magic! View the world from someone else's perspective. Oh, well, thank you, magic arrow. Because I totally understand how to get there. You know what? I might as well just head over here, but what? Now this door is shut? Hey, well, Oh, okay. And now the game begins to get a little more interesting. We've got the blue gun now, which leads to being able to do things like right-click to pick up blocks, or left-click to place them. And then, you know, once it's there, we don't really need it anymore. We don't need it holding the door open anymore. We're not going to need to go back through there, so we can open it up. And here, as you can see, the glass is stopping me from blocking it, and I can't dodge through there fast enough. But what I can do is block the door that way. Some doors will close unless we hold them open. Well, again, can't really block that, so I guess the only direction we have to go is here. Oh, but what's this? Get a freebie! Meaning, we're able to hold this door open, snatch that, hold this door open, snatch that, and now we've got the blocks holding the doors open for us as we pass, like proper gentlemen. And we doopity-doo drop both of them because my mouse likes to double click on occasion. And you will see frustration coming from that later, by the way. From my mouse's insistence on double clicking when only one click was given. And it's harder to progress if you're leaving things behind. Well, luckily I made sure to go back and get all three, because otherwise this next puzzle would be impossible. So, toss that there. Then do that. So we slap that there, and that there, pull that, and voila! Little convoluted, but it got me all three of them. There are multiple ways to approach a situation. And you could have done that without getting all three of these, by the way. But you wouldn't have been able to go in here. And what do you get here for having some outcomes more favorable than others? Well, you get a locked room that we can't do anything with yet. Ha ha! Might as well just snatch all three of those. So here, I have tried many times to get all three of them coming with me, but it just doesn't happen. I mean, here's the big reason it doesn't, though, because of these right here. You'd have to hold both of these open while going to toss up one there. And every way that I've tried it has wound up with me stuck, so we gotta leave one behind. Sad, but that's the way it works. So as you can see, we don't have enough to get all four of those. Oh, what we can do, I don't believe going down there is of any help. Let's go up here. Path may not be right or wrong, it may just be different. Don't look down. Well, I was just looking down. What could be there? Oh, shit! No! That was not good. And then we fall, seemingly forever, until... Too much curiosity can get the best of us. Oh, okay. So where did our curiosity get us? When you've hit rock bottom, the only way is up. Don't look down. Well, I mean, come on, they wouldn't do it to us twice, would they? Oh, god damn it. You know what? No, I don't feel like falling there again. Let's go this way. And you could have done that without looking down. I just wanted to show off my elite jumping skills. Science may be helping more than you realize. Alright, so we jump up there, grab ourselves a handy little stash of blocks. Some hurdles are too high to jump over, like this one, but luckily we got our blue blocks. And you do not need to jump to place a block under you, which took me a while to figure out, but once I did, it made it a lot easier to get through a lot of these things. Oh hey. Well, that was certainly interesting. Dig a little deeper and you may find something new. You'll notice that the blocks go into my gun yellow and turn blue. That's because with the blue gun, we can only fire blue blocks. And there's nothing we can do there just yet. Then we've got, what the fuck? Again, nothing we can do here just yet. Both of these, if you pass through, immediately destroy all your blocks. And the red one, even, let's grab a few yellow blocks over here. The red one, if you try and launch a block through it, because you'll notice that it doesn't have these blocking your path, like over here. So if you try and launch a block through here, though, it gets destroyed. So let's just jump down one of them. It doesn't matter, either one of them brings us to the same area. It's just I would land it over there instead. What appears impossible may have a very simple answer. Well, hey! Well, let's try going through here now that we have our blue gun. So we slowly squirm through these. Listen to the flapping sound they make along with the wind chimes. And now we can make it through here. So we penetrate that one, and it lifts up the door. And then we block us from penetrating that one so it doesn't shut the door. And then we, the right answers may also be the most obvious ones. No, we lost all our blocks again. Oh well. So we go upstairs here, and we grab all 8 of them, even though 4 of them are green, just turn blue. You'll notice that here, we need 16. But it only gave us 8, so there's nothing we can do for now. But what we can do is open this door that happens to require 8 with the 8 it gave us. How kind of it. Giving us exactly what we need. Oh! I always forget about that. I'm like, where are these stairs gonna take me? Oh, nowhere. Sometimes we only have just enough to get by. Hey, well, that described the puzzle we just solved. And here... Well, what we do have here is a bunch of blue walls that we can't do anything with, and then one blue wall that we can do things with, so click rapidly, clear out the wall, or at least a big-ass chunk of it. And, what do you say? Which way should we go? Should we go up, or should we go through here? Let's go through here, why don't we? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Understanding a problem requires filling in the pieces. And here we have another wall like before, except the pieces regenerate this time, meaning there's not a whole lot we can do. We can't possibly clear it out fast enough to get through. So we try going through here, but we see that there's no way for us to really fill those in quickly enough. Blast and confound it. So, let's try grabbing a bunch more blue blocks. And climbing our wall. And just for shits and giggles, retrieve all of our blue blocks. They require building your own path. Oh, we got a wall blocking us, but if we just jump, it disappears, so yeah, no big deal. Alright, this is one of many situations where you will have to repeatedly jump on something like that to get down through an area. Even after we've learned new ones. Well, we just learned how to go down through something like this, so I'd say let's try it again. That brings us here. if you aren't paying attention, you'll miss everything around you. Like the fact that if I pull this... Oh, well, would you notice that? That went flying up when I moved this. So if I push it this way, it stands to reason. Then I block it with the cube, stand on it, and yank it out from under me. Oh man, but it doesn't quite launch me up high enough. But here's the thing about that. Well, getting where we want requires jumping through some hoops. What you need to do is at the top of the thing, you jump to add a little height to your thing. So we will push this again, and then snatch it, and jump to launch us up here. So here, what we've done before may impact what we can do next. Basically meaning I had to do that last puzzle to actually get to the important area here. Because otherwise I wouldn't have enough blocks. So, well, let's just, really quick, grab this. So now we've got 2. That's enough to get through here, right? Oh, and then I need to grab 1, which shuts that door. Oh well, now I'm trapped here. Open it up, and oh hey, look, there's the green... Oh. Well, poop. So if you'll notice, it shows you where you ended up and where you started when you go back here. And we don't always have to start at Leap of Faith. I can start at the Butterfly Effect, for example. A movie that I've never seen. So do this puzzle the same way, except get it right the first time. I was just showing you what that other room looked like. And we'll be doing this puzzle a slightly different way. The first half is going to be the same. So we run through it like this, until we get this. But now we are going to... I'm going to go backwards here. And we're going to lodge this up here so that we can grab this. Now we have 2. Now we're going to do this. And now we have 3. And we're going to do that. And now we have 4. And we're going to build it up like this. Take these out, and that one. And what do you know? We only need 4, which is exactly how many we have, and that's why we needed to go through the butterfly effect. Moving forward may require making the most of what you've got. Well then, now we have the green gun, and I'm going to come back a little later, probably sometime tomorrow, and show you what exactly it is the green gun does, and I'll bet you're all just dying of curiosity. But, you know, it's time for me to go. So this has been Quinlaenar with Let's Play Antichamber, and I sincerely hope that some of you guys enjoyed seeing videos from me again. Hopefully I'll get to make them a little more often now. So this is Quinlaenar, signing off. Oh, right, escape just brings me back here. So now this is Quinlaenar, signing off. Haha, I actually lied to all you motherfuckers. I'm still here recording videos. Turns out I don't need to go upstairs for at least another 20 minutes. So yeah, here. So this is the green gun, and what it does is tell me to hold down the right right button. So I hold it down and it erases in a line like this. And you might be wondering why I'm like erasing from the edge like that? Well, the reason is, like, say if I erase this one here, it erases all of them that aren't connected to the main body of the structure. And that will give us some useful tidbits later on, but for right now, we're going to need as many of these as we can, so wasting them probably is not the best idea. So first things first, we should, oh, and the other thing this allows us to do is, so if I left click and hold, I can drag in a line. And the other thing that we are supposed to find out later, but I happen to know about, is if you draw an enclosed box, it fills in the box, meaning you basically have, as long as you have 8 or more, because that's the minimum required to draw an empty cube, you have an endless supply. Fancy that, huh? So, so the first thing we want to do is, this is where I start getting frustrated with my mouse double-clicking, because if you double-click, it doesn't drag. See? It does that. So, yeah, this is what my mouse does. You're going to see a lot of me getting frustrated because of it. Come on, one click, one click. There we go. I've got a faulty mouse. I need to get a new one, but can't afford it, so. Yep, and then that opens up this, which basically gives us more than enough green blocks to do the rest of the puzzles in this room. Provided we don't fuck them up at every conceivable opportunity. New skills enable further progress. Ain't that the truth? So, I'm just going to save us the time of going through this puzzle to point out that's yellow, meaning we don't have the skills. So, we can pop our heads in over here, but I don't feel like, well, why not? Just a quick little. I'm going to solve this puzzle first, then pop my head in over there so I can show you. Come on. One click. There we go. One click. There we go. No. With Mirror's Edge, I was just bad at it. With this game, it's hardware issues. So I'm going to solve that, because if I go through here, it gets rid of all of my blocks. Oh, thank God. And if I recall correctly, it doesn't really bring me anywhere new. Oh, well, shit. Some tasks require a lot of care and observation. Well, guess I'm going this way. Oh. You know, I know I said be careful with all this, but I know how to make more. So, if you need to make more, do like I showed you earlier. Just, make a big-ass empty square, and the game will fill it in. But you're not supposed to know about that yet, so don't tell your mom. Meaning you watched me go through this puzzle once for no reason. I think it's worse when it does one click immediately, and then waits a while for the second click, because then, you know, then it's just fucking with me. By the way, every time that you're seeing it click like 6 or 7 times, I'm only clicking and holding once, meaning that it's just sitting there thinking, oh, this person is clearly just repeatedly clicking. I don't see why they would want to do that in this situation, but god damn it, that must be what they're doing. Oh yeah, it can happen in midair too, because that's exactly what happened here. Here we go. I still ran out? What? I have no idea what just... Oh. Sorry, got caught up in experiments. Alright, This time I should have enough. Oh, thank God. Mastering a skill requires practice. Some problems just come down to size. So, this one's... To this day, I kind of just... eventually wind up getting lucky with it. Oh, wait. I've only gotten to do that a few times. Ha. Yeah, I just wind up having to get lucky to get it to do that. I'll come back to that. I'll do an episode like all about me getting all the developer rooms. Right now, I hate doing this one with only the green gun, so I'll do it later. But what I will do... Okay, so if I go like this, and this, and then one of those, all of a sudden, all the lasers are interrupted. There's no need to take apart what already works. If you say so, Doc. So now we come back to this situation with our full knowledge of freebies. So we can turn 8 or more blocks into a lot more blocks. up to infinity blocks, theoretically. So then we double click by accident because my mouse is shit. And fill these in. Wait, how did I wind up with 20 blocks? Okay, and here is when the party really gets started, because this one is a pain in everyone's ass. So first thing I'm going to do is gather up a bunch of blocks, because this one uses a fair number. Okay, so you'll notice that these are all different lengths, and when you erase the end one, this goes part way for a couple seconds. So, for example, if I get 2, then for a short period of time, it should be halfway full. But they refill themselves so quickly that there's no way that I could get all 4 of them. But what I can do is, so this one is the shortest, so I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this one is the second shortest, so I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This one is the third shortest, so I go 1, 1, 2, 1. And then I bring this one up here, connect these, and then I connect that. And then when I delete the middle one, I turn around, they all follow, and then whoop! Wonder what I'm supposed to do here. Oh. And then I get the delicious yellow gun. The further we explore, the more connected everything becomes. Little kind direction can get obstacles out of your way. Okay. So now we see, if we hold down the middle mouse, we get a little target. And if we drag it, while still holding the middle mouse, we get another target over there. And when we release, the yellow gun is where the game gets interesting, in my opinion. So, now that we have this, we can solve puzzles like this one by voila. Hey, told you to get over there. And voila. A problem may only be difficult when you're missing the right tools. Now we get to my favorite part of the game. This is called climbing the tower. So you see here we have 1. So we go through the door, erase this, and it brings us here. And climbing the tower will always provide a nice little arrow telling you which puzzle you're supposed to be solving if there are multiples in the room. Ooh, hello, back pain. Puzzles like this are also much easier with the yellow gun, because now I can just use 1 directed around without having to worry about multiple clicks. So we do this for a little while. Open it up, and then we make ourselves a little parade, and we loop it around this way just to be sure that we get enough out to get walking through. And now we're at 2. Which brings us here. So we gather up the required materials. not the only way you can do this one. You can also, because you can use the middle mouse button while you're in the block destruction field, I could have led the green blocks over here and then had them, and then, you know, continued to guide them along. Well, except obviously I wouldn't have had them stop at that wall. This is just a little quicker. If you lead the way, others will follow. Alright. This one just takes a little bit of determination. You have to delete this block a second time before the rest of them reform. And then, boop! There we go. Number 4. So when it wants you to fly, what it wants you to do is something akin to gathering these all together. Then dropping them off here. Then telling them to go over there. And then... well, that's about the first half of it. Oh, wait. Now this one you actually have to do what I was recommending in the other one. Oh. Not quite what I meant, game. Yes, and if you interrupt a movement by right-clicking, middle-clicking on it, it will interrupt that movement. And voila. Now we are at 5. Oh. So this one, you can use the big one and the little one. I prefer just to use the big one, and so you bring this over here, stand on it, then you ride it up like that, and then jump. Yeah, that's much quicker. This one can be a bit of a pain, but so what you have to do here alright, and then you unwind it. And as you can see, we're still 4 short, so gather up another little chunk. And then unwind it again. And voila! Old solutions can apply to new problems. So number 6. Well, I wonder what we're supposed to do here, considering we've only done it once before. To be fair, on the fly one, that's not necessarily the solution they're looking for, I don't think, but it works. Okay, so I like to turn the M's into one solid thing so that you don't have to deal with that while you're trying to go about it. And voila. And number 7. Okay, so just gather 5 from there. So one thing that I've learned is if you're holding down the right mouse button, even if it's behind glass, you can move your little cursor to there, so you select that one and guide it down. And voila. Okay. So here, you wind up in a loop here, not knowing how to stop yourself and get down there. What you're supposed to do is look up, and that brings you here. Attention to detail can lead to very rewarding outcomes. Oh. Well, that was interesting. So as you can see, we can requisition them here, but we can't have them in our inventory. So what you need to do is combine them, and then, as it says, go up. And up. And up. For quite some time. Well, life is full of ups and downs. But what that means is, hit this, and go back down again. Connect the up again, and go up again, ignoring the eyeball. That can come into play later. There's a much easier way to get to that. No matter how high you climb, there's always more to achieve. So this one's a bit of a pain, in my opinion. I've never had this one go exactly the way that I planned it. And I tend to do this one a bit like this, to make sure that I'm getting as much benefit out of it as possible. And here's the problem with this one. You wind up pulling from the ends instead. Oh, wow, that is the quickest that one's ever gone for me. Comes a time when you can work your way through anything, and that time is pretty much now. So if you hold down middle mouse and right, then you pull like that. The further we get, the less help we need. If you hold down middle mouse and left, then I double click and cause problems. Then you go like that. And we pretty much are reaching the point where most of my time is going to be spent going through tying up loose ends. If I wanted, I could go straight to the end right now, but I think that I'm going to make you guys wait. So it is now officially time for me to go. This time I mean it. This is Quinlaenar with Let's Play Antichamber. I hope to see you guys around soon.